BOS on the track.
Okay. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Hope everybody is doing well. Y'all see who I am. One half a parent, conscious parenting. Yeah, that's us. How y'all doing? We got a coffee and cappuccino episode for you guys. Quick reaction to some great information that we found. Shout out to MLK. It's his birthday today. If only he could see the fruits of his labor. So we wanted to tap in, man. We put up a poll on the page. I'm not sure if you guys seen it, with a choice of what we're going to view today so that you guys can chime in and let us know exactly what y'all wanted to see. And the missus is out picking up one of our little ones. We always got a little one that is going to engage in some extracurricular activity. So the missus is on her way back from picking them up. So we just going to chill out and chop it up a little bit until she gets back. But in the meantime and in between time, how you guys doing out there? How was your weekend? Hope you're enjoying your holiday. And this is an episode called, and it looks like right now Martin Luther King is leading the polls. So feel free to chime in on the poll. Let us know what you want to review today. And let's go ahead and get to the pleasantries and shout out everybody that's pulling up and checking in. Shout out to Take Heed to the Message. What's up, my sister? Hope you're doing well. We missed you on Saturday. We know that you were working hard, giving back to the people, being a human service professional like you are. So we appreciate you. But we just chilling out tonight. We're going to pull up something to react to, have a cup of coffee, cappuccino in my case, coffee in the missus case. What do you guys like? Is the question at hand right now. What is your after dinner drink of choice? After dinner and you relax yourself, what are you guys' choice of a favorite drink? Put it in the chat. Let's get some engagement going on tonight, man. Take heed to the messages in the building. She said, don't forget to share, hit that like button, subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. We always got something interesting going on over here, in our opinion. Take Heed chimed in. She says, so now I know why other content creators try me when I come to their channel. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes, and shout out to Take Heed to the Message.
And we got to find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
Shout out to y'all. I have no idea why people try you, Sister Take Heed. I have my suspicions. Would love to chop it up with you about it, but yeah, shout out to Take Heed. She said pay attention to your circles. What she said. Congratulations on 300 subs. Yes, the missus hit 300. I think I just crossed 200. So we slowly doing numbers, but it's not as rapid as, the back and forth, the yelling and screaming, the cursing at each other, the breaking up, the questionable marriages. It doesn't do as good a numbers as those, but we're fine with that. And eyes in the building. Some people don't understand my sound effects. They're more Caribbean themed, centered. So it may be unfamiliar to some people, the air horns and such, but I try to be a little bit different than what everybody else is rocking. But I appreciate everybody with their soundboards. But harmonize. Great show last night. And amazing work that you always put in other people's chats is what's most admirable. How polite, always moderating, and ain't standing for none of that foolery in the chat. So y'all watch yourselves, and y'all hoes, y'all ain't never welcome. Shout out to Sarah on the check-in. Hey, Sarah, hope you're doing well. RBN is here. RBN, what's popping, my guy? He said, first time, welcome. Appreciate you coming through, man. This is just a little segment that we do every now and again. Nothing scheduled. We just pop up with a coffee and a cappuccino. The wife drinks coffee. I drink cappuccino, and we reflect and react on something, whether it be Judge Mathis or Kendra G or something else to that effect. But we like to get people in real life situations, real life circumstances. It's usually court situations like a paternity court or a Judge Mathis, but somewhere where you're under oath, you're expected to behave like an adult. And then we just let, people be people from there, because, that's the flag that we wave in the position that we take over here. We understand men are men and women are women, but people are always peopling. And that's what we shine a light on, the behavior of people. And if we don't concentrate, if we don't consciously, purposely kind of deprogram these things out of them, they become bigger people with the same younger mindset. Check out our episode that's coming up tomorrow, Little Kids and Big Kids, because it's alluding a lot to that. So shout out to RBN for checking in, man. We admire the work that you put in out here and the flag that you wave unapologetically. And, it's not an easy job. Like you alluded to a couple of times in your stream this week, it's been a tough week for being a man. Last week particularly, and leading into this week, it's kind of tough to see the fellas get kicked around, allegations, alleged situations and things of that nature. And men are just supposed to take it on the chin and not be emotional, and get all sassy and zesty and spicy and all the other words that they have to demoralize men for just being human. So shout out to you for pulling in, man. Appreciate you. See anybody else in here? The missus is here. What's up, cuteness? Drive safe, please, because the roads is crazy. It's cold out there, and Baltimore drivers are not that confident. So be safe. Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. What's poppin', sis? Hope you're doing well. Okay. Red Lipstick show was amazing. Everybody pulling up and pulling in. So yeah, man, I got a cup of cappuccino. The wife got some coffee over there. She'll be back. Probably heat that up for her. But how was y'all week? How's everything going? What is your after dinner drink of choice? That's the question at hand right now. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. As y'all see, him and Sister Coretta doing what they do, loving up on each other. And Chatter's choice. You guys got the opportunity to choose today. So I hope you hit the poll and let us know what y'all want us to review today, because we got some good information on each of the choices. I believe it was Martin Luther King's speech, which is a rare speech that was publicized. So, I mean, there's some information in there, maybe some stances that you didn't know that he had and that he took. So we were looking at that. And sis said, it is cold. It is cold, sis. It's cold outside. most of the country. You know, my mother-in-law live in Florida. They're freezing. We're in Maryland, freezing. New York, you know, freezing. So you guys let us know. Sis said it's freezing in New Orleans. Freezing, baby. She drinking hot chocolate. That's her favorite. Shout out to Sis.
Okay.
Donique is on the check-in. What's up, Donique? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week. Hope you enjoying this start of the week and this holiday. I'm not sure if you guys had the day off, but we just chilling out with a cup of cappuccino and a cup of coffee. And I hope you guys hit the poll on the way in. Let's see how it's looking. Let's see how it's looking. Da-da-da. Okay, so far we got Martin Luther King is leading. It's not even close. Y'all get those votes in, man. Get those votes in. E. Blizzy on the check-in.
Yes, sir.
Good, my God. He said it's freezing over here too. Just ice, though. Okay, be safe, man. Drive safe. Get everything that you need. Stock up on all of your essentials. And, you know, chill out, man. Get you a cup of something warm. New Jersey is cold. What's your favorite drink? Take heed. What do you like after dinner? After you polished off that dinner, do you get you a cup of coffee? Do you get you a cup of tea? Do you get maybe a cappuccino or an espresso? What do you do after dinner, guys? Do you get a brandy? Do you retire to the reading room for a brandy and a cigar, fellas? What do you do? It's cold here in Charlotte, North Click. So I guess I'm lucky. Yeah. Shout out to North Carolina. That's the crew down there. Fayetteville, Raleigh, Durham. Yeah, baby. That's the crew down there. Mona D on the check-in. Hey, Mona. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
She said, please like and subscribe. I like the way she thinks, man. I had a feeling that you were a tea woman. Take heed. Green tea, probably, right? Or black tea, some healthy type of tea, I'm pretty sure. Mona D, what is your drink of choice after dinner? Everybody pulling in. E Black, what's your drink of choice after dinner, man? After you polished off a nice plate, what do you like to have? Nikki likes coffee. I like cappuccino. And like I said, shout out to Chef Shapino, who used to do this in the morning, man, back in the day.
Okay.
When the internet was amazing, when YouTube was fresh and exciting and new, and it was like the Love Boat. It was exciting and new. Chef would come up in the morning time when he had time, and I believe it was 2 cups of coffee. By the time he finished those 2 cups of coffee, he was ending the stream, and it was a sad time when he ended the stream because he was very entertaining, very engaging. That's my brother, and, you know, shout out to him for even sparking this. And we just wanted to take that baton and just kind of run with it. So after dinner, you know, we straighten up, mostly the children. And we come in here and get a cup of coffee, chill out, and react to something. And then, you know, go back to our daily lives and steering this ship we call a Harris house. So that's coffee and cappuccino. Y'all let me know, what is y'all drink of choice? I see people pulling in. Shout out to my guy Blaze on the check-in. Shout out to E Blizzy.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Truly do. Okay, we got tea. It's 3 degrees in the D. That's that Detroit weather, man. Woo.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, elderberry tea. Damn. Now that's good. That's good and healthy. But that elderberry, that's a super fruit right there. Y'all don't know.
Okay.
Shout out to Blaze. He said, peace and abundance to the Tez, the Mars, and the chat. Stopping by for a sec. Appreciate you, man. We just chilling out with a cup of coffee and a cappuccino and seeing what you guys want to react to. We got a few choices up there. So you guys engage in the poll, and we're gonna get started when the misses come through. Yep, all of my stomping grounds. Okay, my sister.
Okay.
Everybody is doing well in the chat. That is amazing. And Mills on the check-in. Hey, family, how you doing? Hope all is well. The missus is driving. She says she's doing good. You be safe. Sarah. My sister. I don't even know what sound to drop for this. This is my sister. We got to keep Sarah in our prayers, y'all. It's freezing outside where Sarah is. I'm pretty sure it's negative something. So, Sarah, you stay warm. Get you a cup of something. More fire. Get you a cup of something. More fire, love. And just chill on out. All right. Let me see. Do I got a icebreaker video in here I can stall y'all with while I wait for the missuses? Let's see. What do we got? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, share button. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all coming through over here. Checking out the poll. I believe Martin Luther King is winning by a landslide. I don't even think it's close. So let's go to the Facebook group page and grab something off of here that we can build on while we wait for the misses. And don't forget to put hashtag L.I.A in the chat to drop your channel. I believe Nightbot is present and accounted for. I have to double check that in a second. But let's see if I can grab something off the group page that we can build on while we wait for the missus to get back. Whew, child. I don't know if I want to build on her or them. Her. That's something. I think I got something. Let's go to the chat and see what y'all talking about. Nightbot, get on the job. I think he's working on Mrs.SheSaid's timeline. So don't forget to drop hashtag shame in the chat.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And Nightbot will be on the job and dropping your link in the chat. Let's go ahead and pull up a video. And I want to see what you guys think about this. Let's go with this one. I'm going to share a screen with you guys. And you guys let me know what you think. No, it's not. One more time, just for the people in the back. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that it's just American culture that we hold near and dear, that we prioritize the things that we do? Or do you think that's our individual households, our individual parenting? Or is it something even different than those two things? Because when I look at those two, different groups of adolescents, groups of children, I think the mentality is just completely different because of what we prioritize. Because we don't make reading important. We don't make being articulate in your jargon, in your vocabulary, in your delivery important is the reason why we get the results that we get. And like I said, the episode that we want to shine light on tomorrow is going to be little kids and big kids. And it's basically focused around the role modeling, the modeling that we as adults do for children, which, results in what we see today. And of course, we can't blame every family in our community and society. But when I look at it all in totality, when I look at Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday being today, the aspirations, the dreams, the hopes that he had for his people, and I look at 2024, 15 days in, where we actually are, it's, heartbreaking to say the least. Just waking up this morning and seeing Dr. Martin Luther King name getting drug all through the internet was surprising for me. It just showed how far removed we are from our community, our society. I was born in the 70s, raised in the 80s and kind of grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, and Black solidarity was a thing. It was actually a day dedicated to the, unity, to the betterment, to the camaraderie of African American people, of Black people. And again, to go from, being a youngin' that saw Black solidarity being a thing to coming up in 2024 and Martin Luther King house being attempted to be burned down and then his name getting drugged through the internet on his birthday, I never thought I would see a day like this. And Mills checked in. She said, what in the hell is going on with these babies? Where is their parents? You are not lying, M. Mills. And that's, what we want to focus on in 2024, us particularly, is the consciousness of us as parents. We understand that you want to let your hair down. There's some times where you want to cut loose, understandably so, understandably. But there's a time and a place and a consciousness for everything. And if we model behavior of don't do that while we're doing it, it's going to be very hard to convey that message to the little one. So that's why we take, each day to focus on what we specifically want to cater to, whether it be triage on Tuesday, where we just kick it from Love and Abundance with some reaction clips and some education and some information packed inside of entertainment. You may need something a little more concentrated on Saturday, where we go a little more cerebral, a little more focused, a little more concentrated. Might get you a referral to a specialist or something. And then there's Sunday, where there's emergency surgery going on. These are the people that need to see a what not to do format, so that they understand that if you continue to make the decisions and have the behavior that you display, it's not going to be a positive outcome. And that's where, this comes in.
Shame. Shame.
Shout out to Drelly on the check-in. What's up, man? Drell?
Okay.
Hope you're doing well, man. We just about to heat up our coffee and cappuccino, and we're going to react to whatever you guys picked in the chat. It's looking like Martin Luther King right now. We got a nice speech from him, and I just played a clip from some Asian kids, Eastern Asian, being very concentrated, very flexible, very disciplined. And on the other hand, we had hands on your knees. And my question is that, priority, is that individual house priority that we focus on basketball, entertainment, comedy, celebrities, and the outcome that we get is what we're looking at in 2024. But if we focused on something different, on health, if we focused on STEM, if we focused on nutrition, on human service, these things are not everyday, knowledge. These things are not household terms where I come from. Sarah checked in. As we all know, it's not what we say, but what we do. I mean, that's funny that you say that, Sarah, because recently in this electronic space that we frequent, this is up for debate. The question is it the messenger or the message? Do people have to be living the life that they depict in front of you in order for you to resonate with the message that they send to you? This is the latest conversation, because there's been some really questionable behaviors from people who, the 85ers held at a high regard. So now they're looking like naive sheep because these people are now, turned out to be not living the life that they quote unquote say that they were. And it's become, more frequent lately and, kind of higher up the chain, quote unquote, more popular known, more astutely established, so they say. So you guys let me know, is it the message or the messenger? Can you take a message from someone who's living complete 180 from the message they're conveying? Or does it not matter? Is what's most important the message that they're conveying? If 1 + 1 = 2, does it matter who it came from? So that was a great comment, Sarah. Appreciate it. See if there's anything else on the group page that we could talk about. That was crazy though. Yeah, those kids were from China. And it was, hands on your knees was their adversary. So, what does that look like in 20, 30 years if these children have to engage? What does that look like? Let's get a little more personal. Let's get a little more personal. Let's have a little bit of fun. This is on our Facebook group page. It's always something dope on the Facebook group page. Y'all check out the Facebook group page when you get a chance.
Okay.
It is He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance group. And it's some dope conversation going on in there. Sarah know how we get down in there. It gets a little wild in there at times. Everybody remain respectful and cordial. And you guys take a look and listen to this lady. She is a point of view when you're poly as fuck.
Y'all, but I know that many of you don't understand what that means. So I'm going to draw you a diagram to explain what my life looks like as a solo poly person. So I am at the center and I am my primary partner. There are people who I'm exploring, people who I'm dating, my friends with benefits who I'm romantic with and sexual with, my lovers who I'm sexual with, my partners who I'm 10 toes down with, satellites who come in and out of my life, and playmates who I play with in the kink. And
Wait, so she's sleeping with all those circles? She's sleeping with all those circles? Wait a minute.
He rolled for that, baby.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
That's a lot of goddamn circles to be sleeping with. I mean, all right. Rappers promoting degeneracy to our babies. Meanwhile, they won't allow their children to listen to their music and their children are in private schools / shelter. Talk about it, Mona D. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. Most people, I feel, would more likely take heed to the message if it came from someone who has experience in it and living what they preach. You can't preach to others to do one thing while you do another. You're not lying, sis. They can express the need for change however they should not be speaking as an authority when they haven't done the work.
Old school, new school, need to learn though.
Need to learn. Ladies is cooking. Those children will be ill-equipped and unprepared to compete. Sis is looking at this girl's chart. Look at all the circles on that chart. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny, Ralph. Can you stand the rain?
He said, she said.
Jesus Christ. It's a lot of circles. It's a lot of goddamn circles.
And swinging spaces. My life is filled with so many beautiful people who love me, care about me, and all of our relationships are slightly different, but the love is the same.
What? All they loves are slightly different, but they all the same. Mm-hmm. Nasty heifer. She made me itch. Jesus Christ. He says too many satellite. Look like a satellite. Look like we looking from a NASA camera. Jesus Christ. Too much confusion. That is a hot mess. Can you stand the rain? My whole love unconditional. I ain't asking just for you. Ooh. She can't stand that rain. There's no way she could stand that rain. It's like 30 guys rain down on me. Let your love just shower me. I'm a big R&B person. So when I met the missus and he didn't realize that all of those references to rain was like, you know, she was like, for real? I'm like, we in the midst of all of this love and passion, right? And they say rain down on you. You know what that rain is. She like, nah, that's that love sauce. And Mills is laughing at us too. How to say you a 304 without saying you're a 304. God damn. Shit. Can y'all say, come on, ride the train and ride it choo-choo and ride it choo-choo?
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Choo.
And when it comes to my sexual partners, of course, I am protecting myself by getting tested regularly. I'm currently on PrEP, and I give my partners my test results, and we talk about what our sexual experiences are to make sure that everybody involved is protected. Because if I were to do like other lines from certain partners, they have connections to wives or husbands or
These some freaks of the week. They are, ooh, man, wives and husbands. Oh, yeah, yeah, she out here. She is out here, Arshawn. You see all them circles on that paper? And then all of the circles may have circles too. Oh, somebody definitely gonna have some circles in a few months. Where those circles is gonna be though? I mean, if I had to give a suggestion, just a suggestion.
Hey, little kids, don't follow these dope ass.
Don't follow them. Don't follow them. Because it's irresponsible to behave in this fashion and not set a little more food on the plate to give a younger woman that may be viewing this video a little more information to move off of on how volatile this could possibly be. She's kind of doing them a disservice, in my opinion. What you guys think? I could be way off.
Other partners that they interact with. So yes, it looks like a lot. Yes, I can keep up with it all. Yes, I have calendars. Yes, I make time for all of them. Yes, we communicate. That's a part of being poly. I'm poly as fuck, y'all, but I know that many of you don't understand what that means. So I'm going to draw you a diagram to explain what my life looks like as a solo poly person.
Whoop, there it is. Arshawn, a flow chart? Jesus Christ. She flowing everywhere. She flowing all over. Look, she flowing all over the place. Jesus Christ. I didn't even know you could go that many directions. I thought it was forward and reverse. I didn't even know you could zoom, 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 zoom. Jesus Christ. What don't you get on prep after you test? Ooh. Ciao.
Shame on you.
Ciao.
Shame on you.
Oh my God, somebody lying. Test results. Please. We be. I could. No, she didn't.
My God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I could smell the BV from her map.
Okay.
God, you can't make this shit up.
Can never go wrong with slick.
Hey, little kids, don't follow these dope ass.
He'll tell them in a minute, do not follow these fools, man. Baby, you lying. Satellite, I am scared. Damn, you on your back 22 hours a day.
Okay.
She got calendar alarms, sticky notes, sticky. Jesus, y'all are merciless. She doing a lot of disservicing. And they call them healers. She would be called a healer. What kind of BS is this? This is 2024, man. 2024. They came to hoe and go. They came to hoe and go, man. And it hit you with the don't judge me. Why y'all dragging? This shit matters. This shit matters. Like, I can't sit idly by while the young ladies are displaying this type of, no, I will not. The missus is going to be pulling up in a second. We're going to warm up these coffees and get to this reaction. I appreciate y'all checking in and participating in the poll. But let's hear what Mace got to say.
You got to stop. For real, put the camera on me. For real. We got to stop telling niggas what you do in your own personal time has nothing to do with me. It does, my nigga. If you call, come on, man. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter. Those are the lies that are going on in society. We tell people it don't matter, but behind your back, it matters. Yeah. And that's what we got to first start off by saying. Like, you hear stats saying this, because what people do in their bedroom, that's between them. Not necessarily true, but I understand. You get what I'm saying? Because you telling them it don't matter, but then it does matter. And anybody watching this knows it does matter. Even to people that participate, it matters. Because people will say, oh, it don't matter. And as soon as they find out, they're outing them, so it matters.
What you guys think? Don't matter, huh? You hear that a lot, but you know, it matters. They outing you the first chance they get. It matters. The way we act when nobody is looking, that matters. And I think that's the problem that people have, is the people who do act morally, that do have values and standards, even when you're not looking, they absolutely are the ones that should be able to let you know something. They're absolutely the ones that should be able to say, be careful, young person. I've been 35 before. You ain't never been 50. But they get upset and shame old people for not dying. It is the most puzzling thing to me. When you tell me that I'm old, my thought process is, okay, then, so don't get old then. Die right now. Don't even wait another day to get older, another day. Because being old is this taboo thing, but I'm sitting over here with 50 years. 50 years. And it matters. And I'm not saying it because I'm old. But I'm proud to be old because it means I didn't die in the streets that aim to gun niggas down by the time they 16. The police that want to shoot you no matter what age you are. The opposition that's planning on getting you the first chance you slip up. Some cantankerous woman that might have heard a Cardi B song that told her to set you up and run your pockets and run your life. I come from the 90s where Annie Up was a thing. It's not like today with the cameras and the protection and the provisions. You couldn't be outside talking it if you didn't live it. When Annie Up came on in the tunnel at 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all know that song, M.O.P., Annie Up? Yap that fool. Kidnap that fool. That's where I come from.
Okay.
You couldn't just come outside. You couldn't just say whatever you wanted to. So, you know, it all leads back to that question I asked you guys, the message or the messenger? Which one? Does it matter? Is it important? But overall, the way we behave in public and in private, it matters. Mrs. Harris is here with us.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
What's up, cuteness?
Hello, I made it. Hello, handsome.
Made it.
It's crazy out there in the streets, y'all.
Snow is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't
Mona
stop.
D. Annie used to be hit, child still hit. Anytime it come on, it's whoo child. Yeah, that was definitely a time. I was a whole different lady.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, yeah. But you was holding it down. I appreciate it. I was listening in the car.
No doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Checking it out, trying to be
Appreciate you.
safe.
Appreciate you.
Oh, child.
What you thought of this diagram right here?
Oh, wow.
She was poly as fuck.
That's unique.
She's poly as fuck.
I mean, and that's how, they keep track the CDC, sex partners and shit. So,
Jesus.
it's a good thing, a good diagram to have. At least she's aware of all the partners and who's who on what day. And, so she can go back, retrack, because, it's crazy. 20 years later, and they have 6 to 8, 9 to 10 people who ain't the daddy. So,
shit, I forgot about that part of it.
please,
You're right.
Maury was the shiznit 20 years ago. Y'all still doing it. Damn shame.
Be playing games. Okay, Mrs. Harris is here. So I'm gonna go and warm my coffee up. Let's go ahead and check the poll. I believe we're gonna be doing Martin Luther King.
All right.
Martin Luther King's speech. So let's go ahead and get that queued up for the good people. And once we get through that,
now you got it in my head.
Going with something, but all right. Mrs. Harris, you want to say hello to the people?
Peace, everybody. Appreciate everybody pulling up and popping in. Go warm your cappuccino.
Yeah, you good.
With your zesty cappuccino.
See that? Y'all see that shit? Y'all see? We can't.
Yeah. Warm that up. I got that strong coffee, that black Brooklyn coffee. How y'all doing? I'm glad everybody pulled up and popped in. Hold it down while I was gone. It's really nasty out there. So please be safe. If the snow is down, you ain't got to go nowhere. Don't go. But if you go slow. Go slow like a turtle, because they don't know how to drive out there. Shout out to the Adirondacks for teaching us how to drive in all that snow. There's something called a whiteout. If you don't know, check it out. It's literally a whiteout of snow. You cannot see it with high beams or not. So it's always a unique driving situation up there. So y'all be safe, please. And anywhere you are where there's snow on the ground, because it's unique. And here they don't know how to drive. I don't know what's going on, how they get licenses. Shout out to everybody for pulling up, popping in. Glad we had this segment, because it's always conversations going on in the Harris house. So why not just come up on the live and talk about something we watching or what we've seen, and everybody, we appreciate y'all's perspectives and opinions and stuff. And we like to, share what we see, because it's going on out here. The world is real. It's happening, and it's being recorded right in front of our eyes.
They put it up and then get mad at us
for showing it, right? For reflecting on it or judging it or whatever, making comments. Yeah, well, you put it out there. Stop humping on the damn little baby boys and thinking that shit is cute. Stop it.
God damn. Just got back.
I know. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Sensitive about my shit.
What's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat? Mona D.
That's no joke.
Blaze on the check-in.
Hey, Blaze. Danique.
On the D, my God, a world class on the check. Those snow squalls are no joke. Dangerous. I haven't been out in a couple of days. Me too.
Yeah.
I ain't been nowhere.
Had Cypher scared in the car.
Here.
Like, ooh, are we sliding?
Nowhere. Mona, I've been sitting right here. Every little step I take been around here.
I love when you get. Be lazy, sir. Be lazy. Enjoy it. Kick your feet up. You need some slippers and your robe and all of that. Let them relax. Goodness gracious.
Okay, so let's go ahead and share this screen. We are popping up for a quick coffee and cappuccino.
It's good too after that snow.
And a reflection for Martin Luther King's birthday. Happy birthday,
Dr. King. King, celebrate.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and share this screen from a speech from the good doctor. and let's reflect on it.
The pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
100 years later, he said black people still getting the short end of the stick. And, you know, fast forward to 2024, 15 days in, Mrs. Harris, what say you?
We still getting the short end of the stick. No, I think it's so much psychological damage that it's hard to get ourselves out of a ditch that we find ourselves in, you know, striving for better, being inspired, you know, to do better than what we was shown in our own individual families and lives, you know, and having that resilience to push through that. So
we have
yeah,
so much more now.
We do.
Why is it that we're so...
The more we get, the more the economy costs, you know, the more society has to spend to survive, to live, you know? So it seems like we getting more, right? You're getting that $20 an hour versus $6 an hour. When we was first coming together, it seems like it's more, but you know, the cost of living is more. So it's really not this, you know, it's really the same. So all of us crabs in the barrel trying to get out. But it's something that can make it out, you know? Have some advantages, opportunities were there. They were able to see them and you know, grasp them and do the necessary work to, you know, create a better situation for them. You know,
I just see, you know, all of the opportunity that we have now, more money, more opportunity in profession, in jobs, even, you know, a minimum wage, quote unquote, job is $15 to $20 an hour in some states. So like I said about the children, you know, I showed the clip on the Facebook group page where the Asian kids were doing like the calisthenics, or what they equate to calisthenics.
Yes.
And we were doing hands on the knees. And my question was, it what we prioritize, what we make important in our individual lives. And I would say the same thing for this. I hear what you're saying, systemic racism, there were hurdles put up that we got to jump over. But we in 2024.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about,
we
the mindset.
Have to be conscious enough. Is it really, you know, that constant holdback? Or is there a time where we make a conscious choice to not continue the legacy of poverty dysfunction, ignorance, negligence.
I mean, it's hard for some because of the psychological damage, even though many of us didn't experience any type of slavery or, live in that society back then with, in the 60s where all of them were being called nigga and it hurt to the soul and, dogs and shit. So times are different, but psychologically, that generationally, it wasn't passed down, that resilience. So we do have a lot of communities where they're still stuck and don't know how to get out. Even with $13, $15 an hour, the tools to really get out.
Right. I got you.
Instead of just, check to check.
True indeed. See what Blaze checked in and said, 100 years later, the Negro life still isn't free. Those words hit harder than ever before. Now, you are not lying. Especially when, his house was attempted to be burned down maybe a month ago, less than a month ago. It's wild to me.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right now in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
Mrs. Harris, looking around at society, what do you see based on the words that he's saying there today? This equality, this harmony, this utopia that he's wishing for, foreseeing, trying to ignite us to be. What do you see?
I mean, it seems like the integration he inspired caused us to separate our own people. You know, we wanted to be down with the white people so bad, or be accepted, or we could have created our own societies. We had the opportunity to do that. And instead, we want full inclusion.
We do.
Do we really have that? Or is it really still accepted? You still have incidents where, oh man, they treat it racist and blah, blah, blah. You let me get the job. And is it still exists? I appreciate his fight, though.
I cried and looked at my mama. You can imagine.
I don't think the togetherness that he was expecting that we were going to create for ourselves, it doesn't exist. If it does, it's in the small groups, and it's not being shined upon because, of course, we're in this America. Like, they don't want us to have these collectives of community, that's striving and, and positivity. It's always a wrench going to be thrown into it, in my opinion. They're going to take away our great leaders. They might slip them some drugs, cause them to have a heart attack. I'm just saying.
God damn.
You talking too much, black man. We don't like where you're leading these black men. Let's get you up out of here. Put it in the pharmacy. It's just that simple.
Great Pill pulling up. What's popping?
The
Great Pill.
fajitas.
He said the fajitas are. Been watching and listening while cooking. Good job, man. Glad you got it done.
Men can cook too.
Talk about it. I was just getting ready to
he
say
ain't eating no noodles.
and he
ain't no fucking noodles.
No goddamn noodles.
In moderation.
Wait.
In moderation.
Wait a minute. What you mean in moderation? Well,
we all eat and do, drink and do bad shit, but in moderation,
I hear you. I ain't gonna lie. Drinking in moderation is cool. Drinking in moderation is cool. I even have a toke every now and again. But one thing I don't do.
Boys don't eat that.
Why?
Boys don't eat. I don't eat noodles. I'm a grown man.
I can't wait to see him when he's like 25. I'm like, do that, Arnold. Do that.
He's going in. He's Eat that.
This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at.
That was the good doctor, y'all. Happy birthday to the doc. Yes, sangria counts. Sangria counts.
Yum, yum.
Happy birthday, Dr. King. Chatter's choice. Y'all chose Doc. Brewed up a nice cup. How was your coffee?
It was good. I might need to warm it up.
Okay. Because I got some foolishness to pull up. We got through the lesson. We got some foolishness to pull up. I got some foolery that I got to share with y'all. Y'all some of my favorite people. I got to share this one with y'all. Lady Navoa is pulling in. Moderation Gang is on the check-in.
And we gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
I know who fit the category. the Lioness ladies, the Moderation Gang ladies. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have no idea. Y'all keep doing what y'all do out here on these streets. But I got some foolery I want to show y'all. When we first came in this space, there was, the same conversations that's going on now, coincidentally and shit, like no traction at all. But one that stood out to me was the qualifications and the standards that women had for a man that they're interested in. And you guys know in 2024, we're going to talk a little bit more about standards. And I always waved my flag and stood on the foundation that all women want 666. They say, I don't need that. And he don't have, they say that. But just thinking logically, to have 3 and 4 children and a car and a house with the insurance and the cell phones and school and marriages, and we all need to make a nice amount of money in order to sustain living. Then there's 6 feet. I don't know how tall you ladies are, but I do know you get taller when you put on heels. Some 3-inch heels, 4-inch heels, 6-inch heels, but right. There we go. 5'7" could turn into 5'9", 5'9" could turn into 5'11" or so, depending. So that's 2 right there. 6 figures, 6 feet. Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely. I know overall, again, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they make it a standard.
Yeah, I waved my flag at right. And
crazy.
then there's 6 feet, there's 6 figures, and a 6-pack.
Right.
So I don't know any woman, and I equate 6-pack to having a nice physique. Magic stick. Oh. I don't care about your physique. Oh. As long as your magic stick is nice, because again, if your magic stick is nice, your belly probably ain't big, because the bigger your belly get, the smaller your magic stick get.
Ooh, that's the rationale. Okay.
So what I want to do is pull up an episode of Kendra. And she is doing what she do. And I want you guys to see the participant that came up to join the show. And we're going to listen.
Let's have a listen. Shout out to Kendra G. To Singles Live.
Her characteristics and qualifications in regards to her standards.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. Let's share the screen with my
and all ages come through and pull up on Kendra's too, child.
All right, let's do it. Y'all ready for this?
I've never seen this one. Oh Lord.
Let's get to it.
Hey Kendra, how are you?
Good. You ready, Mama? Look at them curls. You got them curls for you, honey.
Yes, and it's natural. It's me. The real me.
Let's do it. Where you calling me from, Stan?
Let's go, Team Natural.
Okay. Natural. Look at them curls. Pretty black. Talking about this one to be alone. Some of y'all don't, still trying to look for some love. You might have another 20, 30 years up in there, Right.
Let's see.
Come on.
Let's see
what she got.
Kendra.
I'm calling from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas. How old are you?
I'm over 65.
Okay, I need your age.
For real, Kendra? Okay.
Well, oh, ma'am. We still there? Is that real, y'all? Don't ask a woman her age. Come on. Ladies, age gracefully, goddamn. If you're so concerned, do what you need to do when you're young so you can stay fit and looking good and, skin tight and shit. It's things you can do.
D.
You got to learn to age gracefully.
Curl. Yes, pressing curl.
Y'all expect men to answer a whole abundance of shit. You can't even answer your age. Come on, mama. How old are you, beautiful?
I said you can't be serious. Not grand.
Yeah, grand want man too. Yeah, goddamn, or for a lady. I don't know at this point.
Looking for love.
Not gonna assume you make an ass out yourself.
I need your age, mama.
Goodness gracious.
Info man said, what's popping, Mrs.SheSaid? Hope you're doing
All
well.
right. Peace. Welcome. This is
okay.
She's a cutie though, you know, in my opinion.
Okay.
70 years old.
70.
Okay, 70. All right. Listen, it's a prayer. You're bless somebody to make it to 70. I pray I make it to 70 and beyond. So always be proud. Always be proud to share your age.
Okay.
Like I say this, and this is why I share. Sandra, you there?
I'm here.
Not to go off tangent. You know, my mom died at 61, almost 62. So not everybody makes it to 70. So it is a blessing.
Okay.
Let's keep going. So Sandra, Las Vegas, 70. Are you retired?
I'm retired twice.
Retired twice. So you retired, went to work, and then retired again, girl.
Absolutely.
Do you have any children?
I have 2 sons.
Okay, how old are your sons?
One is 30 and the other one is 50.
Okay. Are both by the same man?
No, I was married, divorced, and then married the second time.
Okay, so you've been married twice.
Yes.
All right. And so you married both of your children's dads?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign, Miss Sandra?
I'm a Sagittarian.
Sagittarius. All right, let's get up in your business.
Shout out to y'all Sages. Out
November,
to the
December.
Sagittariuses. How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
She's 70. Y'all all right out there? Y'all got y'all coffee? Is it still warm?
Still warm.
70? No, I can't. Yes, you can take heat just for a couple of seconds.
Come on, everybody
We all
gets on
better
Kendra.
wish we can live this long.
Absolutely.
And more eat to live. That's
Yep,
right.
Yep, and don't live to eat.
That's right. She's celebrating her 60th annual 21st birthday. Yes, she was married. Very good. Absolutely.
Yes.
2 marriages,
Twice.
2 babies.
2
That's
a
right.
time.
That's right. She did it the right way. Kendra, she elderly. You asking about her
Kids.
Moot.
Right. I mean,
Moot
does it
point.
really matter? I mean, she could still have her 30 and 50-year-old sons living in her house. So I'm just
want to
saying.
date at 70. Please. My boyfriend coming.
You don't know what you're going to do. Take heed.
My boyfriend coming to pick me
You
up.
don't know.
My boyfriend coming to pick me up.
I say, but I don't think I was meant to be in this life alone. I know, God forbid, if something was to happen, it's going to take a while for somebody. They can never replace him, but I don't see me walking this life alone. Either he going to send me somebody in the back energy, or you know what I mean.
Hello.
I hear you. Let's see.
Well,
always be proud to share your age.
Okay.
Like I say this, and this is why I share. Sandra, you there?
I'm here.
Not to go off tangent. My mom died at 61, almost 62. So not everybody makes it to 70. So it is a blessing.
Okay.
Let's keep going. So Sandra, Las Vegas, 70. Are you retired?
I'm retired twice.
Retired twice. So you retired, went to work, and then retired again, girl.
Absolutely.
Do you have any children?
I have 2 sons.
Okay, how old are your sons?
One is 30 and the other one is 50.
Okay. Are both by the same man?
No, I was married, divorced, and then married the second time.
Okay, so you've been married twice.
Yes.
All right. And so you married both of your children's dads?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign, Miss Sandra?
I'm a Sagittarian.
Sagittarius. All right, let's get up in your business. We got Sandra, Las Vegas, 70, Sagittarius. She's retired. Mine are 2 sons, 30 and 50. Wow. Listen, girl, they might want to know the details. Are your sons married?
Yes, they're both married.
Oh, sorry, ladies. I was gonna say the ladies might hit you up to ask about your children, but her children are not available, ladies. So she had to find her man.
One of my sons is an engineer, and the other one is a long distance truck driver.
But they're both married, so they're not
both
even
married.
Yeah, both married. Sorry, ladies. So it's all about her. So only hit her up if you got a granddaddy that you want to introduce her to. Let's get into it, Sandra. She was married twice. What kind of man are you looking for now?
Okay, so I'm looking for a man that's mentally stable. And I say that because I was a psychiatric nurse for 30 years. Okay. I'm looking for a man that's financially stable, can take care of himself, honest man, God-fearing man, someone that likes to travel and have a good time.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Credit score lower than 700.
They ain't playing with the credit score.
Christ.
Yeah, we got to know how we gonna move in the future. I'm not trying to pay your bills.
Jesus Christ.
Credit
Again,
score.
when I came in, a lot of people tell me I'm insensitive with the things I say and how it's delivered. And I'm just going off of my experience. Like I said, I'm almost 50 years old. And I've never met a woman that don't want 666. She's 70 years old, calling in, and she wants to travel. She don't want you to have a credit score under 700. She wants 6 figures.
Yeah, I mean, but shit, at 70, even if she's getting somebody 52, 70, they should have their shit together. In her observation,
only 1% of Americans,
and she probably won't get them
6 figures. But again, we say that it's far-fetched and it's a talking point, but from 19 to 70, they all want to travel and for you to pay the bills. Again, a house, a car, 2 kids, college, wedding, travel. That's 6 fucking figures. We didn't even get to putting clothes on our back yet and having date night and maybe taking the kids out every once in a while and eating out. We didn't go swipe the card at the grocery store yet. Like this shit, we didn't even say what state we living in yet.
Right.
Damn. Again, she's 70.
He got to come fully intact too. He better. But I guess in the mindset, you would think the growth and development and maturity, your financial capabilities, your emotional stability should all be intact. But like she said, I was a psychiatric nurse for 30 years. She gonna point out anything, nigga. You is crazy. Some people are like, I worked in the field this year, and you're exhibiting this type of bitch.
Psychoanalyzing you.
I hate them kind of people. Bitch, so psycho. What's wrong with you?
Wow. Check in. Donnie checked in. He said, respectfully, she was an earlier generation. They wanted the credit. The next generation wanted the cash. The current generation just wants the scammer. Quick cash. Shit. A good point.
I mean, that's a good standard to have. You should absolutely have a decent credit. But do you want him to send you his credit facts and shit? Like, are y'all exchanging that kind of information? You know what I mean? Let me just show you my FICO score. Look, bam, you see it right here.
You go.
Damn.
What Lady Navoa said.
She need to be baking some cornbread or something. She 100 damn years. Hey, don't be dissing. 100 years old. That's the thing. Mrs. Jones, now relax. He left his Social Security.
She looking for that Social Security. Who got that?
She said she got double Social Security. She done retired twice. Goddamn shit.
Pension, goddamn it! I'm signing up for the pension. Man. Leroy, you got that pension?
Lord.
Sandra, come with. You better be 701 bare minimum.
There you go. Somebody that is still having a lot of drama in their life, maybe making bad choices, criminal record.
Is she looking for a 30-year-old?
That's what we're doing.
Like, I mean,
this is what the 70-year-olds is doing.
So you're gonna disqualify a man if he did a 10-year spread in his 20s. Now he 50, 60, he got money, and he's doing his thing. He changed his life around. Like, She sound like she's 35 and 40 years old with the requirements.
Drama at 70?
70? Like what
the hell is drama at 70, y'all? Y'all gotta let me know.
Y'all
What
got
is
drama out there,
drama?
70-year-old, 60-year-old men? What you got your baby mama still hanging on the string
God
and shit?
damn.
What's really good? It's that much. I mean, it'd be a lot of drama in nursing homes. I ain't even gonna front. They be
It's a lot of
passing around
sexually
chlamydia and
transmitted
shit.
diseases in nursing homes too.
Be going down. It be going down. Let me tell you, them old ladies be frisky and their mouths is fire. Do you hear me? Don't get it twisted. I'm telling you.
Damn.
She's saying, I have lived my life, raised 2 kids, retired twice. So he better have it together, old child. Was she coming on Kendra to find it? That's the thing. Yeah. Wow.
Is she baking that honey cornbread
though? She got that honey cornbread.
Honey.
I'm going into old lady stages gracefully because my honeycomb bread is the bomb. I'm just saying, them mama biscuits is slamming. Okay.
Yeah, them biscuits.
You better stop playing.
You definitely growing old gracefully because them biscuits. Them my mama biscuits. I tell the kids, your mama made biscuits. My mama biscuits. Yes, she did. I said, okay. So I can't believe this.
Mm-hmm. I knew some grannies like this. One of my friends, she's old, one of my best friends is probably 10, a little bit more than 10 years older than me.
Okay.
And yeah, they unique ladies, man. Some are unique ladies. They're very verbal and articulate about their shit. And it's quite funny.
There'll still be some drama in the retirement homes.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Y'all is too much. Man.
Yes.
You gotta stop. For real, put the camera on me. For real. We gotta stop telling niggas what you do in your own personal time has nothing to do with me. It does, my nigga.
Have it together, brothers, for this woman.
Word up.
Get butter biscuits.
Word.
Drama at 70. Earl and Dave go at the same time. And
we know Earl and Dave
got applesauce swiped again. Grandma gotta have a life too, man.
That's right. Damn, everybody know Earl and Dave?
Mr. Earl. God damn it, Mr. Earl.
Shout out to them. And no, I don't want $1.
Mental health problems. That's about it.
Ooh, child. Now, let me ask you this question. You're 70. What's the age range you want to date?
65 and up.
65 and up. Do you want to be in Las Vegas?
Not really. No, he can be preferably from the South. I like Southern men.
All right. Should he look a certain way?
He's got to be at least 6 feet 1 inches tall because I'm 5'9". So
I ain't hear her. What she say? I might have missed that one.
Lady DeVoe.
What she say? You got me crying.
Yo.
Over there, okay. Let's get to these comments real quick, though.
Yeah.
Information Man said, and I quote, I have seen people fight over seats. Why are they going to eat? Y'all are crazy. Mona D checked in. She said, that's my laugh in real life. That's right. Gotta let it out. Gotta let it out. With that Dollar Tree gas station rig on to sit down.
And it's her real hair. That's what she said.
Oh yeah, she's
that's
definitely
her real
pressing and
hair.
curling, baby.
My grandmama
She's
had
pressing and
curls like
curling,
that, and they
baby.
pressed it tight like that too. So,
But again, guys, did y'all hear her preference in physicalities? Let's get back to it.
No, he can be preferably from the South. I like Southern men.
All right. Should he look a certain way?
He's got to be at least 6 feet 1 inches tall because I'm 5'9". So yeah, a tall gentleman.
Sandra, at 70 years old, he still got to be 6 feet.
Yeah. He got.
What you talking about? At 70, I'm still 5'9". Shit. 6'1" and
you gotta stop getting upset with hearing the truth. Go work on your games. Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
Child.
6 feet.
I mean, she still don't want to be walking with no short man.
Granny ain't taking no mess.
I mean,
Granny don't take no mess.
And what if he said he don't want titties that sit down in your lap?
Child.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
And you ain't got to be 70 for that to be. So
What if he say that? Damn, shout out to the old married couple in 2024 and beyond. We appreciate it, famo. Trey Berg on the check-in. Hope all is well, man. Hope you're enjoying your day. We just having a little bit of fun on ML King Day. And seeing Granny and her requirements, man. We got, travel money and 6 feet.
She retired twice, man. She got ducats. She good. So you better come correct, because
what she said.
She don't want no jailbirds. 6'1". Good credit.
Poke you in the head. Jeez. Well, hell, y'all. Tell her to turn it. It's crooked. Leaning a little, might be slipping backwards. Hope she don't doze off on TV. Y'all started this shit. Elderly dating show.
We could do that. Bring it on over 50 and up.
She said, I want 6 feet. Ensure her.
Ooh.
Yes. Come on now. I like them.
I can sure.
I like them butter pecans. I like them butter pecan insurers.
Them insurers
joints be slapping.
They went from $20 a case to $45.
$8,000.
Out on those.
They cost a lot. She looked like she about to tell Kendra G.
Go get me a goddamn switch.
Right off the tree.
I remember them, man. I ain't like that.
Right off the tree. Give me a damn switch.
I tried to stay in line. I don't want anybody to tell me go get a switch. Nikki's so sweet. You need me help in the kitchen? Need me wash the dishes? I'm gonna go be sneaky and bad when you ain't looking. Try not to get caught.
This is a good question right here. How many men her age and older are 6 feet tall?
Right.
When you start to shrink in size from gravity as you age, for some people.
It's true. Most people, absolutely, yes. You definitely start to shrink. If she was 5'9", 20 years ago, she's probably not anymore, like you said. But,
Lady Nicole said it's y'all fault. And Mona D said, no, not the insurance.
I mean, it's still tall people, right? If you was tall at 20 and 30, like even at 60, you're going to be tall. But who's to say a 65-year-old wants a 70-year-old woman? Like if he's available and he has money and a 700 credit score and he looks good and he got a big dick and, and all of these qualities, why would he choose you when he has his options open?
Good question.
And there's younger women who like older men. So, I wish her the best, but
of course we do. But let's see where this goes.
I mean, I know some guys that are 6 feet. They're just not good to date. That's all.
But you want a guy that's 6 feet that is good to date.
Absolutely.
Well, both of your husbands over 6 feet?
Absolutely. Yes.
Ooh, okay. Let me just shut my mouth and then listen.
Right.
So he got to be at least 6 feet. What else he got to be in the looks department, Miss Sandra?
Well kept, well groomed, knows how to dress, not wearing shorts with the white socks. Yeah.
Y'all still
Was
wearing
she-
shoes with tube socks out there, fellas?
Was she got a
Oh,
problem
man,
with the gym shorts and the white socks?
I mean, the tube socks with shoes. You got some penny loafers or some wing tips. You got them Stacey Adams on.
And I hear that. I'm thinking gym shorts with some
The
white
Wallabies.
socks. You going about to play some gym, some basketball, or
Nah, you
walking
know how
around the
those
house.
you
with your
know how the
boxers
older
hanging out.
men look when they get old. They had those Hawaiian shorts. They had
Oh my Lord,
Hawaiian
the
suit,
pom
and then
pom,
they
the
have,
pom pom
right,
tight
like the
shorts with
wingtip
their balls
shoes
hanging out
on.
the side. I hate them uncles.
See? So she do know.
I know.
See that?
Damn.
And they have on them tube socks. She don't like tube socks.
A gentleman.
Okay. What about money? Do we got
Hold on. That part stood out for me.
Gentlemen?
Yep.
okay. What about money? Do we gotta make a certain amount of money?
Shut her mouth open.
The white socks. Yeah. A gentleman.
You heard that part?
A gentleman. A gentleman.
So again, she started to
They
allude to
usually
all
have
of
on the
these
little
different
shorts with the
things
white
that you
socks.
want. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said they usually have on them shorts
Gentlemen?
and the white socks.
Gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Gentlemen typically don't behave like that. And that's why I stopped it here to point it out, is because, again, I don't know what type of man you are. And that's why one of my, suggestions is figure out what type of man you want to be out in this world. When people looking, when they not looking, whichever one is, where you choose, because men can be different things. You could be a gangster, you could be a lowlife, you could be a bum, you could be a swindler, you could be a gentleman. But again, a gentleman comes with a certain level of je ne sais quoi. They know not to wear no goddamn tube socks with no shoes. It's like wearing dress socks with your sneakers on the basketball court.
Ooh,
With dress socks. Damn, dude. So again, it's not to take no shots. This is the way the world is supposed to go. When we tell girls you go to college, you find your husband, you get a degree, both at the same time. It's not to be mean.
Right.
It's because you should be able to chew fucking gum and walk at the same time. It's 2,000 men on this campus.
Multitask, yeah.
2,000. And you think you're going to find yours from your office space of 200.
I mean, it is a quality that women need to learn to multitask, because when you are running and managing a family and a husband and children, like it's a lot to manage, and being a multitasker is a great skill to have. Being able to adapt to all these different personalities and, because they all need you in different ways, and that's hard. That's hard to manage. So multitasking is good. Y'all can do more things at one time. We just lazy. We become a lazy society and we want everything. It's amazing.
Trey Ferg checked in. He said, what size shoe does she wear? My money is on
Size 11. Yeah. 5'9".
Yeah, she is tall.
Yeah. I be telling our daughter's 5'10" and she has small feet. She wears maybe 8.5, 9. So kind of lucky. What our daughter's Tal. Tal wear like an 11. She's about 5'9".
She's tall too.
Yeah, 5'9".
Who's doing that today? You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Old men, man, they be putting it together.
Elbus.
Yeah. It's fine.
We got an old timers. Man, them old timers be stepping out. They get their suits custom made. Cheap, dude.
Yes, indeed.
Child.
Granddad had hammer toes, and all his kids had the same
foots. Goodness gracious.
It was all hammer.
He worked hard on the rail.
That was the 70s, man. Swag. Okay. The tube socks. Let's get it. She said, oh my God, take heed. She's looking for a Max Julian type to play Pinocchio.
I think that's the game. Pinocchio?
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 And watch her stories.
The story's still going on.
Max Julian. I know who that is, though.
Yes. Thick and Thins is the socks men wore with sandals.
Okay, yeah, it was. Okay, we got some old timers
New
in
York
the
is
house. Shout
usually
out
the
to the old
Caribbean.
timers. RBN said, "Wait, who great grandmama is this?"
She on Kendra.
She looking RBN.
Yeah,
And you got to come correct with her. She don't
That's
want
right.
no jive turkeys.
Gotta have a good credit score too.
He said it's too close to Thanksgiving to be a jive turkey.
6'1"
White socks. Yeah, a gentleman.
Okay. What about money? Do we gotta make a certain amount of money?
Well, in that age bracket, they should already be set. So anywhere from 50 to 100,000. I mean, if he had a good 401k during his life, you know.
Okay.
$50,000 to $100,000.
Yeah, should have been invested, by that age and stage in the game. Even if he did start at 40, he had 25 years to at least get up to 50.
Okay.
50 to at least she ain't say 6 figures. You know what I mean? Because that's average, man. 50,000 for 50, but the low end was 50.
Right,
That's average. You know what I mean? So anywhere between 50 to 100. Yeah.
Okay. What y'all think in the chat? 50 to 100,000.
Yeah.
She stressed the hell out. 2 men working on another. Damn.
Right. I wonder whose side, who wanted the divorce.
170 and wants
$100K.
$100,000.
She want $100,000 man.
Feet and 6 feet.
Yeah, 6'1". 6'1". And he likes to
70
travel.
years old. So again, I'm really not trying to be mean when I think all women want 6'6". I ain't never met a woman that said, "Yeah, I'll take a 1-inch penis." I just hope he's nice. I really hope he is sweet and considerate, and I would take a 1-inch penis, man.
I mean, when I was 16, I had one girl, Tanya, shout out to Tanya, Lord, rest in peace. She was one who would proclaim it. She was an older woman we used to talk to. She was probably in her 20s, and I was 15 and 16, and having these kind of conversations about penises. And she would talk about how she did not like no big dicks. She said she'd take a look. Like, it was a funny thing, but I did hear one time, so I can at least say that in my life I have heard it.
Wow.
Pause.
Big don't fit everybody.
A Social Security check should work for her. That should work
Social
for
Security
her.
checks ain't much in these days. Like, shit ain't enough. You would think.
I hear you. Ladies is checking in. They laughing at RBN. RBN got them cutting up. RBN dropped.
She don't want no average man.
Take the one out.
She said, okay. She said 401.
401K.
Or pension, whatever.
So George, who runs the local grocery store, wasn't good enough for her.
No.
Mr. George is a nice man.
She said all these tall men that God keep putting in front of me, they just not good enough. They just not good enough. No, they not good for me. That's she said. She said, you don't know any tall 70-year-olds? Yeah, I know some,
Right,
but
they not good enough.
They not good enough to date. God damn. How much time you got? How much time you willing to wait?
Jeez.
Nobody wants her to go with no. Damn. Nobody wants her to accept no crab ass man, though. We ain't saying that, but
right.
It's just the requirements, the standards, preferences.
Something to watch.
Yeah, something.
Let's do the Kendra Cam, Miss Sandra.
Okay, now it's cold here in Las Vegas, and I just came in, so.
Well, cold is relative
Women
because I
always
live in L.A.
Talk about it.
Why every time they watch Kendra all the time? Child. it starts to get real annoying when the ladies make excuses. As soon as you say, all right, now time for Kendra Cam, you be like, girl, I just did this. It never fails. It's always some type of excuse or some type of synopsis before they have to disclose their body. My light and I can't, and I gotta, I need to. It's always something. Just do the damn Kendra Cam. Damn. This 1 foot in the grave woman wants the same kind of man as a 35-year-old woman, 4 daddies and 6 kids. It's a damn shame. Damn shame. Shout out to Mrs.SheSaid. Shame Sunday. Plug.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's amazing. Even at 70, right? Where the selection, it sounds like she's a 35. Something sounds fishy with mama. Was she doing some foolish in her 60s? I mean, she said she was married twice, then divorced twice. I wonder who wanted the divorce. Please tell me who screwing a 70-year-old woman. Am I tripping? I mean, when I'm 70, my husband will be screwing a 70-year-old woman. Okay.
I don't know in the future, but I couldn't answer that question right now.
I think I don't know if women really think about the men in their age bracket. If they are, well off, they're gentlemen, they got their shit together. What makes you think they want a 70-year-old woman? Like, they have options. It would be great, but your percentage is not as high as being 30 and 28.
Ian stole my words. She got 1 foot in the grave with these demands. 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on the ground because the legs is cocked open, saying, "Come get it, 6 feet."
Oh.
They be like, at this stage in my life, I don't want nobody to jump on top of me if they ain't doing it right. Well, bitch, you got to give them a chance. How you gonna know? You can just look at somebody and know that they can do good. Like, it's amazing to me. So you gotta test the waters.
Grandma still want
Bing bong.
Who will feed her the
Bing bong?
Anybody got time to give her the
Bing bong?
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Let me see something.
Bing bong.
Man, we gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category?
Las Vegas. She's still going.
She's available, gentlemen.
Las Vegas.
I have to call my uncle, see if he trying to get down.
Lady Navarro would shine.
His credit score fucked up. It's over. I'm sorry.
Yeah, his credit score will do him.
Yeah. Sorry, Unc, I tried.
RBN said, where is the laugh track for this old ass
baby?
It's amazing.
And people be saying it's cold, but they don't realize I lived in Chicago 7 months ago. So cold don't be cold to me. I got to see your legs, Miss Sandra. Okay, I think I see who turned around on them. Okay.
Well, I'm out 50 years ago, so.
Are you?
What?
She modeled 50 years ago, y'all.
Ooh, she was a model 50 years ago. So was I 35.
God damn.
Right.
I'm not messing with y'all. I was a goddamn man. Now that I think about it,
absolutely.
Shout out to baby. Shit. Now, if you want to talk about it, goddamn it.
Okay.
Shout out to Fubu. Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
man.
yes.
Shout out to the team.
For us back.
Still got some sweatshirts.
Yes.
You
was so sexy.
She was a model, y'all, 35 years ago. Y'all better stop. Be nice up in here.
She said 50.
This lovely lady could be yours for the
taking, gentlemen. Absolutely. Sign up.
Don't Gonna start the bidding at
She might be a fun lady.
100,000.
Yes, sir.
100,000. We started. I can't wish y'all our Graham.
She be stroking.
That's what she be doing.
Yeah, wait,
She be
wasn't it what? Didn't you just have a recent cerebral and you were showing the elders on the stage twerking? They was at a young person's concert and they let all the ladies on the stage and they was that us together?
That might have been us together or something. Yeah, they do be busting
you
it.
know,
They be busting it open.
Some of the steps reminded me of my mama. I'm like, wait a minute, are you
so
kidding?
we all going to hell talking about this old woman.
We love her. We hope somebody, want to reach out.
A public dating platform
There you go.
forum.
Right.
And
right.
all we're doing is having a bit of a reflection on Martin Luther King's birthday, a little bit of just light entertainment.
Right.
And for me, it was just this solidifies Take Heed, a point that I said when I came in the door 3 years ago. And I said, all ladies want 666. I don't care what they say. They're going to word it just like they say, I'm not like all other girls. And my one fault is that I'm so nice to people. They have these certain things that they say.
Yeah, we do say some stuff.
And they will
similar.
talk themselves around it. I don't need 666. He can be 5'6", and he doesn't need to have a lot of money.
As long as when I put on heels.
We can live in Beverly Hills and have all 2 cars. And yes, I want my daughter to get married, and I want him to pay for the wedding, and I do want my daughter to go to college, and I want him to pay for the college. It's just, this is how life goes. And we as men understand the price tag on life. What state you want to live in? New York? How many cars you want to have? 2? Ka-ching. How many kids you want to have? 3? Ka-ching.
He said was ready to run for me. He's talking about, we started talking about kids in our first year. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want 10. I want 10. Like, wait, what?
10 children?
Do you know how much that costs?
10 children. And you want productive, positive children too, right? You don't want like gangbangers, do you? Because we can have 10 gangbangers. They could be out in the streets setting the world on fire. No, I don't want those kind of children. I want good children.
Right. We got to space them out a little bit. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, I was crazy. I was absolutely a little delusional with what I wanted and how I saw the future. It was a little bit much. I'm glad you didn't go nowhere. Child, we still wind up having our 10. We got 4 biological. We got about 5 godchildren and foster children. So, some kids along the way. So shout out to y'all.
Absolutely. We definitely hit the mark. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
Thank you. Jeez.
Laughing at us, Vaughn. Ever going to check in? Hope you're doing well, my brother.
Walaikum salam, brother. Stroking.
70
I'm telling you, we
be the move.
Man, y'all don't aspire to be stroking at 70 if you're.
I'm looking forward to 70-year-old cooch. I ain't never had no 70-year-old cooch, and I'm looking.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. So but I know how it was when it was new. I was in the car when it was brand new, hardly had any miles on it. Nobody used the radio and broke it up. It was a good. So those 70 years, once it's a classic,
it's worn down.
I want to ride in it when it's climbing, riding this classic, please. And
we got a contest
running, and it's
the Pound Town contest.
I'm going live in 90 minutes for those who don't have bedtime. Yes, indeed. Y'all go check out.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Amazing content creator, amazing information, and a good brother, man. We appreciate the information that you bring, man. Yesterday and the day before, amazing information. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. And yeah, I was one of those streetlight kids, man. New York City, we had to be in the house or either on the stoop, but you had to be in earshot once that streetlight came on, or it was gonna be some furniture moving, be a misunderstanding. So I absolutely appreciate the knowledge you drop, the nostalgia that you bring, and the information that you push forward, brother. Keep doing what you do, and y'all don't forget to go over there and check him out if you want a nightcap, because we almost done over here. Not the grandma busting it open. Bust it. She y'all know what she want? She want that Want that ski? I know a pastor, and him and his wife have 11 kids or something like that. And somehow she's able to make it work without going crazy. I'm pretty sure it's some conscious people that are able to make, that type of a dynamic work. I don't know if I was built like that, man. Just being on basketball teams and being a part of teams my life, it's like shit to be able to get 10 people with the last name Harris on one accord. Oh man, sometimes you gotta train and discipline the you out of your children. There's a lot of characteristics and traits that I see that I had when I was their age, and that those are the hardest to get out of them because it's little U's inside of there. Blaze checked in. He said, "Why get a fresh batch when Granny is goodness over here trying to give up those old oatmeal raisin cakes?" She got them oatmeal cakes. Come on, Granny. This is priceless to see 6 feet, 100,000, 70 years old. I mean, if you live long enough, you will have 70-year-old cat. You will.
Shooting.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Information, man. Yeah. Let me reschedule so I can moderate for the RB. Look at this lady. You see how amazing these ladies are? I want to be coming and going at the same time. Yes, indeed. Shout out to my cousin. Rest in peace to the God, man. Sometimes it's like that, man. Miss you, Moose. Same here. I don't care how bad life might get. Calling into Kendra G will never be an option. Right. I'll be hearing that shit in my sleep. Hello? I'll be like, nah, I'm not calling that shit. Nah, man.
Kendra.
Damn.
I be cracking up.
That's what we do with the YouTube fam at RBN. We support one another. You are absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. Especially you good-hearted people. It shows. It shows. It takes a certain type of woman and a man to be able to have that many kids in a marriage and make it functional. You are absolutely right. Yeah. All of those men in her age range have turned to dust. She's that damn old. Mm-hmm. She been around when Martin Luther King was doing that thing right there. We just seen him doing. She was right. She was around.
I mean, and men her age just might need, something a little younger to get that flowing back. Like she might. Oh man, they really got to find her smitten. You know what I mean?
Got you. Yeah. And what do you say to this? What he said? It takes a certain type of man and a woman to be able to make 10 kids, a house with 10 different personalities,
and have 12, it function.
You know what I mean?
Right, because both hands need to be on deck. That cannot just be on mommy.
Right.
Nah. 4 or 5, still not just on mommy, but it needs to be a lot of hands on deck. Like that's, we know some people who've done it.
Kendra Samuels is starting to see the delusion in these women.
Indeed. Yeah.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, she gets a little short at times. She gets a little frustrated. She definitely handles it a little better, in my opinion, than the Godfather, rest in peace. But she still gets there nonetheless. You can see where they're just coming from an unrealistic angle, and she's like, "Girl,
so I got to give you a lesson real quick, or somebody will annoy the shit out of her, and she'll get them.
Even
so
then,
I love it. Oh yeah,
Then. There was a fella. I got one in the stash of a man, and by the end of the episode, he actually kind of like offered to expose himself sexually to Kendra, and that's when the show she cooked him.
She lost.
We might do that one.
Goodness gracious.
Model 50 years ago.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, Miss Sandra, when was your last relationship?
Well, my husband passed away in 2019, so
Sorry to hear that.
Easter of 2023.
Easter of last year, you asked me what's kind of that?
Yes.
Okay, Easter Sunday?
The week of Easter.
What y'all want to go? I know how that Easter weekend went.
It was very good. It was refreshing, gratifying, yes.
Yeah. Now, I don't know his name. I'm going to call him Mr. Henry just for the sake of the conversation.
Shout out to
Henry.
Mr. Henry. Kendra is messy.
So why he?
Mr. Henry.
Yeah, he not an option.
Oh,
She said it was gratifying and refreshing. I mean, well,
Refreshing, yeah,
shit.
she
That
said-
sounds like
said,
something I would
goddamn.
want to do again. I'm just saying. Damn.
I think so. In the families I knew that had 10 kids or more, the mom homeschooled and the dad worked 2 or 3 jobs. I like kids, but that would be the lifestyle I want.
Yeah,
I wouldn't disagree with that. That's a lot of children. And plus they need a certain attention. They need certain, curation that a plethora of them. It's just going to be impossible. Like,
I don't know about it impossible. If it's a mother who has a teaching spirit, and this is what she wants, like she knows that this is a part of it, and because some people just like, I didn't know it was going to be this much. I gotta wash clothes and keep wiping noses, and you keep having babies, the reality of it all. So it's some women who take it and run with it. I see family values TV in them. Yeah, they got a lot of kids over there.
Shout out to Family Values.
Shout out she stayed beautifully pregnant, so you can function, and she also homeschools. We homeschool our last child, but our kids 5 years apart and the last one is 9, so that's a big spread, versus having them all back to back. You can make it work. It takes a lot of scheduling and planning and charts and shit and getting all the kids involved. The oldest helps the younger and the younger and the younger, and that's just how it goes. You teach everybody to be a leader and you follow and rules and structure like it really needs to be, or it's gonna be chaos. You got a whole school.
Her being a widow makes me have a little more empathy for her. True, absolutely. Two husbands passed away.
Even before that, there's some empathy. Just being at this age and not being able to find somebody to finish the rest of your life with is challenging. It's gonna be challenging, So
okay. Mona D said, I'll drop the link to a woman with 9 children and she homeschools. She does a great job. Appreciate you, Mona D.
Awesome.
One of the best moderators in this game. Appreciate you.
Yes. He ain't an option?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. You'll have to answer. Oh no, you do have to answer. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
So she has a bunch of 6 feet tall men in her vicinity that aren't date worthy. And she was romantically involved with a man that's not relationship worthy. I just want to be clear.
70.
At 70. I just want to be clear. At 70 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. The village approach always works when a mother/father,
a man, father, is involved.
/father is involved. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all. It's always been.
Coretta Scott King, a widow. My mother's a widow. Okay.
Right.
Okay. This is true.
So she ain't empathizing with that shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's
right.
because you're a
like,
widow. She's not. She looked happy when she said it. Like, the nigga died in 2019.
5, with her oldest sister being 20 years older than her. Wow. Mom and dad liked each other.
Youngest.
They popped her out. Jesus, 20 years older?
Yeah. I mean,
hey.
My statistics is a little closer.
Old ass Pookie knocking
boots.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's an old Pookie that'll clap them cheeks. Here, clap.
You have some men get to this age and they thing ain't working. That prostate cancer done took their whole, thing away. So that's not even something they're interested in, you know?
It's true.
Because it ain't working no more. Let's not forget that. Y'all better take care of y'all stuff. Better go to the doctor, make sure your stuff is good, because y'all shit don't work forever either. Just saying. Be mindful.
She said, I'm going to sip my coffee on that. Sip, sip.
You got to stop getting upset with hearing the truth. Go work on your games. Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
I'm very critical of people.
Oh, that's.
I like to be in charge. I'm very directive. And I ask a lot of questions.
She nosy as hell, controlling this shit. Damn.
70, my nigga.
Damn, she said, I'm really critical. I'm controlling as hell. I like to direct you. What you say, baby? Sit right there. Move over there. Don't touch that. Put it over there. Not there. In here. Over there.
Don't park there.
Don't park there.
I like to be in charge. I'm very directive. And I ask a lot of questions. That's about all my flaws.
Oh, those are the flaws. Okay. 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 Just being honest.
Me and my person have an agreement.
I will perform until the life. We got him in the ring.
Come on now. Talk about it, my brother.
So don't wish that limp dick on me.
Talk about it, my brother. She trying to put into it. We're going to talk about men that can't stroke Wednesday. On my
They do exist.
Come on, Almond Eyes. Talk
We'll be
about
there.
it. We will be there. And drop
No
the link.
stroke Wednesday.
No stroke Wednesday.
No stroke Wednesday.
And drop the link for the fellas to come up and explain themselves. And I guarantee you they're going to sound like this.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
They ain't gonna have no excuses, Almond Eyes. They gonna be talking all around it, making all type of excuses, because they do not care if women are pleased or not. And it's really that simple. You have to care if a woman is pleased. Y'all remember that song, Touch Me in the Morning and Then Walk Away?
Ooh.
You know that wasn't about just no touching in the morning. That was give me a little bit of that sloppy toppy and then go ahead on about your business.
We like acts of service over here.
You know what I mean? So I bet you they ain't gonna be able to say. They're gonna be sounding crazy up on the pen. Nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's gonna be a good one. Lower my legs.
Charlie horse.
Get a spoon.
Get a spoon.
Get a spoon. Keep a spoon by the bed.
Hey, little kids don't follow these dope.
You gotta stop. For real, put the camera on me. For real. We gotta stop telling niggas what you do in your own personal time has nothing to do with me. It does, my nigga.
That's right, man. We represent each other, fellas. We represent each other. When y'all ain't putting it down, they be like, look, they're supposed to be the leaders. They're supposed to be the leaders. Look at them.
Y'all can't even stroke. Right.
No stroke Wednesday ass niggas. Al Pacino had a kid at 80 years old. So anything is possible. impossible.
I mean, men can have babies even when they're dead. Like they can. You can extract semen out of a dead man's body. At least. It's real shit. Men can have children. They have to impregnate somebody. That's all they have to do is give their seed over, and they still swimming. Now, if you are a low sperm count, you'll be low sperm count forever. You understand what I'm saying? Like that doesn't change in a man. They acquire more and more seeds in there every day.
Yes.
Once they ejaculate, it's coming back. It's not the same as women. Women, we are set with our set amount of eggs when you are in your mother's womb.
And every period.
Every period. So imagine all of the birth control and all of the things that we put in our body to stop, to throw it off. So we can't even take an accurate count of how many you have, how many are dormant, how many are not good, so it's a level to it. And men can have babies and they dead in the ground. But see these white men, I just wanted to point out that as Sting, it's a lot of old white men doing that because they're leaving their legacy. Doesn't matter if they're here no more. Their seed is here. They created another life, another them, another replica. Yeah, somebody's gonna take care of it. You know what I mean? Like even if not them, that's still Al Pacino's child.
Indeed.
Don't matter.
That's little Nepotez Pacino.
There you go. Little Nep. Let's call him
little Nepotez.
Nepacino.
Hold up. Ain't Wednesday hump day? It is, but when the girls don't finish, it becomes
it's a useless hump, for us. It's useless.
They
just
gotta
for you.
finish too. That's the plan. No stroke Wednesday.
Damn. Because it's sad,
Sis said y'all are cutting up tonight.
It's not true.
It's not about the size of the guy. It's about if he knows how to move.
That's right. Move.
Come on now.
Stroke it.
Sis said, y'all. The quality of sperm health goes down with age. I know a girl who at 18 got married to a 47-year-old and her kids look like they've got health issues. Yeah.
I mean, deformities and things do come from the male.
Right.
So if a child has Down syndrome or, mental retardation, any type of thing like that, it comes from the man.
Or
the sex. If they're a mutant, that too.
That came from the man.
So boys and girls, it's all come from the man. If he's making girls, that's all he's going to make is girls. But the quality of the sperm is messed up all forever. Like that doesn't change as a man gets older. I don't know where you heard that from. You can put a statistic or something in the chat. That would be great. But I don't think that's scientifically fact.
I got a thing for older white guys. Older men tend to be more accommodating to you in the bedroom and really care about the experience you want. I think that's...
because they had a lot of years of being selfish bastards.
Not
to some degree,
yes,
right?
For a large majority, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
They learn they might get a little bit more from the woman if they're more pleasurable and take their time. And they grow up a little bit and mature.
Lady Navoa checked in. Size matters. 2, no. Laugh out loud. You want to feel it, right? I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Well,
so
wait a minute.
Size, let's talk about it.
Because maybe the walls are too open.
Because this again, it leads me back to my initial statement, the 666. A certain amount of money to maintain us as a family, a certain height to accommodate your
for protection.
Absolutely, and your heels and the differentiation that you may display.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to accommodate that, whether you 5'9" or 5'7" or whatever. If I'm 6'1", I'm good. But like she said, size matters. I've never met a woman, like I said, that said, I'll take a 2-inch. I'll take it. No problem. Give it here. It's a thing. Like, nobody don't want that little thing. What I'm gonna do with that little? What I'm gonna do with that?
Yeah.
So
men say, right? They say some stuff. They don't want no lady with titties down to the. I don't know. Men say some stuff too, but Women, we are unique with our shit. It's amazing.
Let's see what,
else she got.
Okay. And now, do you want to get married again?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, you've been a wife twice. And we know the only reason why you're single now is because your husband passed away, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So what qualities do you feel as though make you a wife?
Well, I'm a nurturer. I'm a retired nurse, so I know how to take care of people, although I'm not looking for somebody that's, I got to really hands-on take care of. But I'm patient and I'm happy. I'm funny. I cook. I clean. So yeah, I'm good.
She good. And why would a man be lucky to be with you, Miss Sandra?
Because in that age bracket, I believe I have a lot to bring to the table. I'm an easygoing person. I don't get upset. I don't argue. So I have an easy personality and I'm good to be around.
And she's good to be around. Let's do it. I can't remember. Do you want her to be in Las Vegas?
Not really. I prefer a gentleman from the South, Southern gentleman.
Okay. So we got Sandra, Las Vegas. She's 70 years old, Sagittarius, retired, mom to 2 boys, was married twice, and she's open to getting married again. Have a credit score 700 and above.
That's
be
correct.
At least 6'1". Have your stuff together, know how to dress.
Thank you.
And make between 50 to 100K.
That sounds about right, Kendra. You got it.
Let's do it. How can he reach out to you, honey?
So Instagram, Sandy, SANDYA 5715.
There you have it, everybody. Instagram is how you can catch this young lady.
Yes.
What you guys think of that, man? I wanted to reflect on that again, just from the 6 feet and the 100,000 range ish was unique to hear from a young lady that was 70 years old. I just thought more, real life sets in, being realistic sets in. You want to spend your twilight
Still at 70
years. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought your brain is fully developed at 20.
It's developed, but but she was married twice.
Right.
Both husbands passed away. So I'm thinking she would be looking more for somebody that is settled down in that grandpa phase, want to be in the backyard, plant some flowers, drink some coffee and chill out. But to hear a 70-year-old woman want 6 feet, 100,000, travel, she sounds like a 35-year-old woman.
Right.
And for a 35-year-old woman and a 70-year-old woman to want the same kind of man and say that there's no competition, it's damn sure competition.
It's damn sure no competition. Yeah, absolutely. It is. I mean, yeah.
So again, all of this is just, it was really.
It's the cheap wig
for me. Oh Lord, it is the walk. Timo, what do you think, Timo? Trey said that old school clock is fire. You're not lying. In 2024, might not be too many people that could read it though.
Yeah, that's a damn shame.
Yeah,
grown folks can't read a
cursive,
goddamn analog clock.
Analog, they definitely. It's something.
Yeah.
Okay. Your knees would give out doing all of that
walking
and
traveling. Child, she ready to travel.
Someone for company until death.
That's right. Can you still be really that picky? Like, that's the thing,
Single women of any age. That's the thing. You can't afford to be too picky at certain times. I think it's a time where we gotta say, you know what, man, let me just can't be with the one you love. You gotta love the one you with.
It just seems like when people say, don't settle, it's like something's wrong. So we both settled for each other, babe. We settled for each other. We said, this is it.
Right.
I'm taking you, you taking me.
I got you.
We settled for each other. Was that a bad settle? Is that a good settle? Because
I mean, I think only time you start to look at it through that is when maybe you feel you got something greater or got something less than. Because, like you said, we settled for each other, but I see it as a come up.
It's a win-win,
Like,
right?
I like what I got. When other people look at it different, maybe they don't like what they ended up ultimately settling for. So maybe they didn't settle for, greater aspirations or settle for function. Maybe they settled for dysfunction, and that's not their choice. They didn't choose that. They wanted, a healthy family, but circumstances happen, life happens, situations happen, and things turn out the way they turn out. So
I don't know if love is the ulterior motive anymore. Like growing in love, I think it's money, it's status, it's influence, it's, popularity. You're popular, I'm popular. Let's be popular together. Spend $20,000 on this wedding and do this whole video. And then we're kind of living in debt, but everybody thinks we're flossing. And, because that's what I feel like. Because all the calls you get for deferments is amazing. And these people are driving Teslas and all kind of shit.
You hear the way I talk to them?
I'd be like, God damn.
Purposely. So 2023 Tesla, that's what we got. We had it since last year. And we are 36 days delinquent. You hear how I put it? I put it all out in front of them so that you hear
they can hear it, right?
You hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Don't call me with your plausible deniability. Don't call me with your focusing on the effect and not the cause. Don't call me with the y'all can't help me, because I'll say, no, you mean we can't help you again? Because it looks like we have given you 2 deferments already. So we're going to forget about those.
Shout out to you rich folks.
So, I'm going to always, have the demeanor that I have. And that's why they appreciate me so much, because I'm still business.
Yeah.
I'm still professional.
No nonsense.
But I'm very realistic.
Yes.
We're not going to avoid reality.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the bank.
You're calling because you can't pay your bill. First of all, stay in your place. Because you're not calling because you got money.
Right, you're begging. You need help.
Because you don't have money. So all of that, here's what we're going to do. And I talked to 10 people already. Calm down. I'm sorry. Did I ask you how many people you talked to?
No, the conversations be funny when hubby be quiet for a good 10 minutes. And I'm like, they still talking? So they be telling the whole story, giving you a whole scenario. Like, none of that shit means anything. If your account ain't up to par, if we helped you already, like... I could probably be in the job.
This is the world that I operate in. I sit in these boxes very quiet and docile, but I work in the financial world. Houses, cars, credit card, all of these things are my world.
Yes,
I'm talking to people behind the scenes, car taken every day. I'm talking to women say, my husband died. He took care of all the finances. I don't know what to do.
Right, that part.
All the time.
Yeah.
And you guys can act like this world don't exist and it needs to be, that's a talking point. And don't bring your anecdotal. No, I speak to people from all over the country for 3 different credit unions.
And America's broke.
And they're broke.
Okay.
The people with the bigger house, they even more broke than you.
Listen,
they got a home equity line of credit. They got credit cards they push in. They got all types of shit on that house, 2 and 3 mortgages. Please. All it is a great conversation at a dinner party. Well, I live in the Palisades, and I have a mansion, and I have a Tesla, and my kids go to private school, and you can't pay for none of that shit. Because I hear you all week. I talk to you all week.
It's amazing.
And when the bottom falls out, it falls out. $3 million homes, $4 million homes being taken. And we are not going to be playing cat and mouse with you. You're going to have to start thinking about where you're going to live, because you're losing at home.
Yeah. Most rich people know how to manipulate the system. They'll file a bankruptcy, get it pushed back
real quick,
get shit pushed back and it's work. It's ways to manipulate the system to make it look like you rich and shit. And you got money and all that with your big ass house.
Talk, and I want 100,000 and I make 100,000. And again, only 1% of people make this money. And y'all want us to believe that 1% of people is concentrating on spending 15 to 26 hours a day on YouTube. I don't believe it. So, do what you do, but reality is still, around for all of us. And we are here to give you guys a little bit of information, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of education. And then we may yell and scream at each other back and forth a little bit. Blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah. We can scream real good. Oh, yeah.
How dare you?
We can do it real
and
good.
Another thing.
Yeah.
and another thing.
Name calling and all that.
So we'll be here tomorrow, y'all. We got an amazing episode. It's gonna be called Little Kids with Big Kids. And it's gonna be all about the modeling of behavior. Tuesdays will be catered towards our conscious parenting information.
Yeah.
So pop in if you want some tips, strategies, suggestions on how to be a more conscious parent, on how to promote conscious parenting, and maybe give a younger person the information so they can come and get some tips and strategies. Saturday will be a little more concentrated on cerebral, of course, where we, shine the light on having focus on our mind, not being so emotional and looking at stories and situations from a cerebral standpoint. And then on Sunday, we got Shame Sunday with the missus. And that's, completely emergency room, completely scalpel, completely give it here because it's time to perform surgery. So we appreciate y'all for checking us out and spending time with us when we pop up, man. Reckless Ray is on the pop in. What up, Reckless Ray? That's Guns and Butter, man. We was talking about a show with you, Ray, and the ladies, man. We was going to call it, what we was calling it?
Oh,
we had a show.
It's
and
water,
we had
baby.
A name and everything.
Yeah, it's water. Something with the water.
It was Earth, Wind, Fire, Guns, and
Butter. Earth, Wind, Fire, I'm gonna start trying to pop in maybe a Friday morning and talk about the deaf culture and give a little ASL lessons, American Sign Language lessons, basics, for anyone, hopefully people will come on because it's more of a visual thing. You actually have to be on. I can't see if you're signing correctly.
Yes, indeed.
Everyone is welcome, the kids as well. So we'll try to keep it clean, because it is a great tool for infants and babies and toddlers to learn, and all of you guys to learn, because at some point, the older you get, like, you're gonna go deaf. Like most of us are not gonna be able to hear. So it's a great way to communicate. And
in crowds, I mean, I think that's where it's the most, operative, and where I really appreciate it is when we're in a crowd or we're in a party or we're in a festival, and it's like, yo, you ready? It's time to go, and we all sync up. And when me and the missus is at a party, we may be signing songs. It's like, y'all got dance steps? Like, how long? Like, those ain't dance steps. Yeah. We signing the song. So
I get a couple of sips. I just can't help but to sign the music. When you feel it, y'all see me. I'm always hands moving, facial expressions. A lot of that comes from being in the deaf culture, because a lot of pantomiming and things like that. So,
and we don't have any deaf children. This is just something that, the ladies learned and matriculated into our family and has become a staple. So
extended
it's
family,
just another way
friends,
of communicating. The baby was able to communicate with us before she could actually speak. She was telling us that she wanted food or maybe more, or please and thank you. It was never too early to start that journey. So sign language, shout out to ASL and everybody that supported us on that journey. Through Mrs.
I'm gonna do that just for you. I'm gonna clip that picture and put it up
this
for
lady
you.
Wig on next.
That's her natural. I'm telling you.
Sunday.
My grandma here was like,
shame, shame, shame.
She said she was team natural in the beginning.
Honeymooners. Joyce Randolph.
Didn't she say she was team natural in the beginning?
Yes, she absolutely said she was team natural. All her.
Yes,
baby.
Let's do it. Where you calling me from, Sandra?
Lady Navo.
You got the girls for you, honey.
Smoke.
Yes, and it's natural. It's me, the real me.
Let's do it. Where you calling?
She said it's natural.
I noticed the women 60 and up, they say that. It's okay.
She said that is her. Okay, grandma. We ain't mad at you, love. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. We are conscious parenting with the Harrises. She is Mrs.SheSaid.
Yep.
I call her cuteness. Y'all call
Still
her
he
Mrs.
said, she
She
said. That's right.
I'll be fighting somebody. That's not true. I mean, fighting over no girl.
I'm fighting over no girl. But if I ever get my hands on a good black man, I'm gonna beat the shit out of somebody for my good black man. That's how we do. I'm gonna be the one to bring it to you.
Y'all know how we get down, man. Y'all be good to somebody other than yourself, because that's when real character shines through. We will see y'all tomorrow for an amazing, informing topic. Put it together. It was dope. Think y'all gonna like it. Y'all have a great night, man. Get yourself a nightcap. Be good to somebody.
Be safe in that snow.
And we see y'all on the flip side, man.
Word.
And Amanize, don't forget, don't accept these answers from those boys, because they gonna try it.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection. Now, if I may retain my liquids here for one moment, I'd like to continue the redundance of my quote-unquote intestinal tract. See, because to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Yo, y'all have a good night. We see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
BOS on the track.
On the track.